All right, we are recording. So what I wanted to talk about real quick is and you all may know all this already, and if you do, that's fine, but there's not been any kind of an announcement to a group of people, but Arnold, who is my direct sponsor, and then Eric, who is above Arnold, and Josh Phelps, who is above Eric, have all left economy. They're no longer promoting that, doing that. And according to Eric and Arnold's posts and Josh's posts, they've started a new company. Arnold was not part of founding this company. From what I had been able to see and read, Eric was a partner. Eric is a partner in this, and it seems like Josh is too. And Arnold has just hopped on board with them. And it's a new AI company with whatever. I don't even know what kinds of softwares they're going to have. I really don't know any details about the company itself other than it's not an MLM. It is just an affiliate program. So that's all I had known until yesterday, and I was made aware of something very interesting. And that interesting thing is this. Let me share my screen. Let me go to the website. Let me get rid of this little menu bar. So Josh Phelps had posted this on Facebook. And this was a few days ago, a couple days ago. Update is here on our AI software company launching. We are very excited to let you all know we are almost ready to open the floodgates. This coming Monday, May 13th, the doors will be open. Over 12,000 people have pre-registered to get access to our AI software. We have an incredible team with top-notch support, set up videos, and everything you'll need to have the most successful experience with us. This is unlike anything ever done, incredible AI software, and we are providing for free live trading sessions focused on AI trading and manual trading with master trader and 20-year trading veteran Eric Garrison. This Sunday, May 12th, Sunday night, May 12th, we will have our company revealing at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be releasing that link soon. The party is about to begin, the AI launch. Now, have either one of you guys seen this before?
Yeah, I saw something in
this morning or something.
Okay. Did you see this right here?
No, I did not see any of the comments.
No, I did not see that. I saw what was in Eric's group, the Dynamite group or TNT or whatever, because it's almost that exact post verbatim, I think.
Yeah. Quicksilver saying, excited.
Well,
I wonder why.
That this partnership is with Quicksilver and his new company with the new Hamilton and Benjamin and all the other stuff. That's what I think. Otherwise, why in the world would Quicksilver be so excited about a competing company?
Exactly. Look at this investigator. You're like a regular monk.
Well, somebody pointed this out to me. I had seen I'd seen this post, and I didn't even go through all the comments.
Yeah.
I was talking with Wayne Berger, and he pointed this out to me because he said something about Eric and Arnold working with Quicksilver, it seems like, and I thought, what are you talking about? Surely that can't be right, because Arnold was so kind of frustrated with Quicksilver because of his shady past and his inability to get along with others and his ego problem. He caused the downfall of AI Global, and all of that. And if this is true, and I've already asked them both, I've asked Arnold and Eric. Sorry, can you all still hear me?
Yeah, you glitched for a second, but I don't know if it's on my end or your end.
Yeah, I think it was mine. Anyway, I sent Eric and Arnold a message and asked them if this was the partnership. And they have both seen my question, and neither one has responded yet. Because if this is the case, I'm a little irritated. I liked Hamilton. I didn't really have much of a problem with Quicksilver either, other than his whole jabbing an ice pick in your eye comments and all of that, for going against the settings and whatever. He had a tendency to say things he really shouldn't have, and that was one of the things that Arnold had mentioned to me, and I can't remember if he mentioned it on our webinar or not, but is that, that was one of the reasons that they decided to split AI Global, because Quicksilver just didn't pay attention to what he was saying, and then that he was afraid that was gonna, Arnold said that would probably get AI Global in trouble with the CFTC because he's saying things that he shouldn't, and basically trying to convince people to do what he says rather than giving them the freedom to make their own choices. Now, that's a fine line right there, because we did have control of all the settings. He always said, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you'd be stupid, basically, to not do what I'm saying. So I'm just, if this is the partnership and the company that these guys are talking about, then I'm having trouble trusting Arnold and Eric.
Yeah, but what you said about, I don't know if you said Arnold was talking about Quicksilver like that, but I remember Arnold was saying all that stuff about Quicksilver, and that's, he didn't favor Quicksilver, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Because of all that stuff, and he's like, yeah, he's not a great guy, and bringing everything down. And if they are, I've only seen really Josh and Eric post about this so far. I've asked Arnold personally about it, and he said, yeah, he's really excited about what Josh and Eric are doing, and I never seen anything posted by Quicksilver. So
yeah, Quicksilver's been quiet.
They are kind of turning around on themselves, and I'm really confused.
Yeah, Quicksilver's been very quiet the last few weeks on his page, because I've been kind of not following, but checking up on him every once in a while just to see what he's posting. And the thing is I know that Quicksilver has posted before that his new company is not an MLM. It's going to be an affiliate program, and that's what this new one is too, with Eric and Arnold and Josh. Yeah, Arnold hasn't really posted that much about that. Now, he may have in some of his videos or something, but
stuff like this really, unfortunately, in this arena does not surprise me though either. I may have shared that. I don't want to be off on a tangent too much, but I do want to share this real quick. Probably 2 or 3 years ago, I connected with a guy who was a online marketer. And of course, I put that in air quotes,
right.
Supposedly a believer. I don't know, decent guy for the most part, I thought. And he was going to train me and do some things, and I gave him substantial amounts of money on more than one occasion. and he turned out to be just a knucklehead, basically. Since then, he actually had a ministry where they went around, and I'm sure you can appreciate this and be frustrated, Michael. They sung at different events and stuff. Him and his team of people. It was almost like he was the, I don't know, like the main guy, and everybody just kind of followed him.
Yeah.
So it was just like my mom don't, or my wife don't even like for his name to come to my lips, because she really feels like that I was blind and he was the crook. Since then, one of his people that sung with him reached out to me and told me of some of the just horrific things. It was almost like he was a cult leader, kind of, because all these people surround themselves by him, and it was like whatever he says goes. But anyhow, I didn't mean to get off on a tangent, but the point being, this was a guy who I'd shared a hotel room with. I flew out to Hawaii, and he said, "Well, you can just stay with me and just give me the money you would have gave the hotel." So I had like a basic hotel. He was staying at the Trump Towers, and I'm thankful for that, because I basically got to stay at the Trump Towers for what I would have stayed at a basic hotel.
Yeah, really.
But in the midst of that, there's lots of things that he did, and was really just a little shady and stuff. And he was basically selling a dream. He wasn't selling the procedure. He was selling stuff he wasn't necessarily doing, which is what a lot of internet marketers do. They share the concept of being, financially free without doing it themselves. But anyhow, I say that to say, after him, nothing surprises me. I don't trust hardly anybody anymore.
Well, and yeah, it's one of the reasons that I get frustrated with internet marketing and MLMs is it's just one new deal after another, and each one is the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm not necessarily saying anything bad about Arnold and Eric or this new company, because like I said, I liked Hamilton. Hamilton did well for me, other than I got into a couple of times a major drawdown that eventually got it worked out, but I had to sweat there for a week or two. So, I'm not recommending going to the new deal. I'm not recommending staying with this deal. I just wanted to point that out. And my intention at this stage anyway is I'm just staying with economy. I like the software so far. The last 2 weeks, of course, the first week, like I said initially, that I think they picked the wrong week to start the free trial, when the first 2 days of the 4 days were bank holidays for most currencies all around the world. And then the third day was major news in one of the major pairs that we trade, or major currencies that we trade. And then we had one halfway normal day, and it just about blew everybody's account. But since then, it's done well, and I've not really manipulated it at all, just trying to find settings that I liked and, keep me in pretty much in little drawdown. So, but I don't know if I'm right about the partnership. I'm waiting to hear from either Eric or Arnold on this, but I just find it interesting that Quicksilver would be so excited about Eric and Josh's new venture when it's a competing company, unless it was partnering with him. So I don't know. I just don't know exactly, but a lot of the dots seem to be connecting. But I'm just having trouble. I don't know. I'm a little frustrated with Eric and Arnold, especially if that's the case. I was a little frustrated in the beginning anyway, just for the fact that they left economy after that 1 week of horrible performance. And it wasn't so much even the performance as it was just the situation around the world with Easter holidays But I spent. Are y'all still with me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I had to shut my mute off.
That's all right. I had spent so much time kind of defending economy and the software and the leaders, and in one of those chat groups about everybody complaining about the poor performance of the software on one of the crappiest weeks ever to try to trade anything like that. And then Eric and Arnold both come in and say, yeah, it wasn't performing like I expected it to, and it was a horrible trading. And I don't know, that just irritated me that they gave up on it so quickly, especially when Arnold especially had been defending Hassan Mahmoud, the CEO or whatever he is, whatever he was of AI Global and is of Economy, that, Arnold had said that Quicksilver he had screwed up the whole payment processor system with AI Global, and it got shut down, and Hassan and his wife were taking money out of their pockets in excess of $500,000 to make sure all of the affiliates and everybody got paid, because Quicksilver had screwed everything up, and he wasn't helping at all get people's commissions paid. So it was just Hassan. So Arnold was saying how impressed he was with Hassan's integrity of holding all this together and not complaining publicly and not blaming anybody for anything. He just was the businessman and doing what he needed to do to keep all of his customers happy, and in the meantime trying to fix the problems that seemingly Quicksilver had caused. And then they just decided to up and leave after the first and only horrible performance week of the software. And again, due to bank holidays all over the world. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to your all's attention, see if you had seen that, see if you had any thoughts or ideas about that, or if you knew of something I didn't know and I was wrong or whatever.
You're never wrong, Michael. I don't know.
Tell that to my wife.
I was getting ready to say I'll talk to your wife.
Yeah.
It's funny, we thought of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't see anything like that. That's the first time I saw the comment, and I was already questioning some things like, well, who's doing what and who's partnering what with who, and yeah, it's just I don't know. It was really confusing to me. I'm trying to follow up, so I was just kind of waiting it out for a few days to see. I'm using the EA Economy software, and it's doing so much better now than like you said. There was the worst time in the month and whatever to start it, and it's doing good now. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I guess I was just waiting it out for a few days to see what they are officially launching in a couple of days from now, to see what it is exactly and who's involved.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna make a decision in a few days, after that.
Yeah. I to be honest, I am really liking the company, the EA company. I like what they've done. I like the way they're rolling things out. I like the fact that they're keeping everybody up to date and encouraging people to use the knowledge base in the back office and all the updates that they're doing. It seems to be classy. I'm not hearing or seeing a lot of, or really any cockiness or arrogance. All of that seems to have gone with Eric and Arnold, and I don't mean that bad against Eric and Arnold, because I don't believe that they're cocky and arrogant, but
Yeah, I don't think I mean, they're business people. Why would you try something for what, a week technically? Counting, if you count on bad week, maybe a week. I mean, granted, I've messed up this week and forgot about shutting off a couple times, and I'm in trades right now and in drawdown, but that has nothing to reflect on the software.
right.
That's just me not following the procedures properly. But yeah, I mean, you can't know anything. And let's face it, you got a free trial for 30 days, so why wouldn't they have at least tried it for 30 days?
Yeah, take advantage of the full 30 days. Give it the complete go around. Take time to adjust settings and figure out what works and what doesn't.
There's a lot of AI software noise out there in the market right now. Brandon or Fraser, what's his first name?
Yeah, J-Rock, you talking about?
Yeah, he's got his own system now.
Justin?
Yeah, which I mean, I've always had respect for him. I feel like he seems to be a stand-up guy. Again, you can portray whatever you want on social media and in the public, you know. But I mean, he's got an AI software and a whole training system and everything else, you know. And I've looked at that, but I haven't really. Ultimately, and we all can agree to this at least, at the end of the day, ultimately, none of us really wants to have to use or cares about necessarily using AI software. We just want to master the trading, and you know, if anything, AI is just a little extra cushion and a little extra funds to use on our own trading, you know.
Yeah, so. Exactly. And since you brought that up, I was sharing my results the last couple of days, and what that a lot of that right there, not all of it, but a lot of it, well, everything from today has been from the trade compass that economy is talking about. Now, I'm still not 100% sure of what I'm dealing with the trade compass. Oh, let me backtrack a little bit. So since Arnold and Eric and Josh, my 3 direct uplines here, have all left, I had no clue who my upline was here. I didn't know who the next one up was. And I'd seen a post by Tyler McKechnie about the trade compass and how awesome and accurate it was. And I made the comment that, oh, I didn't even know it was available. I must have missed something. And he commented back that it hasn't been made available to the public, but if you talk to your leader, they can get you access to it. And I said, well, that's my problem, is all of my leaders have gone, and I don't know who my leader is now. And so I told him who my leaders were and that I didn't know who was above Josh. And he said, oh, well, I'm above Josh, so I guess I'm your upline. So Tyler he's with Market Hackers, the big group, big group. And so I had already joined their Facebook page just to check them out, but he sent me links to get into their website and a link about to their training in the website. And the trade compass, as far as I can tell, is not software that you upload. It's essentially signals for wedges. So when a pair gets into a wedge, you will get a telegram signal, saying that USD JPY ascending wedge on 15-minute. They're all on the 15-minute. And there's some training, like a 15-minute video training about Trade Compass, which I think is more of like a strategy than it is software. And essentially, it's trend lines and being able to draw the wedge. And depending upon, well, the majority of the time, whichever side is broken out of in the wedge, you'll get the tiny pullback, and then it continues to go in that direction, whichever way it broke out of the wedge. Obviously, nothing is 100% for certain, but law of averages, that's the way it works. So if you play that wedge that way, you will get into some pretty quick profits. And so that's what I've been doing probably the last half of yesterday and then all this morning, was looking at the signals when they came. I could see the wedge, and that's exactly what I did. I just played it as it came out, and I think I only lost one, and I put a small stop loss on it, and like 5 to 7 minutes of a stop minutes. My little warning came up, said I had 10 minutes left. 5 to 7 pips or so for a stop loss, and then about 10 for a take profit. And that's all I did, and it's working. It's working really well. So I'm liking that. Of course, I'm using a little bit of the knowledge that we've gotten from 7X. I'm drawing fibs. He doesn't talk about fibs at all in there. It's very basic of the training. Whichever way it breaks out, that's the way you want to go. And like a 5 pip stop loss and a 10 pip take profit, or basically a 2-to-1 ratio. But I check the fibs a little bit more, and I'm checking channels to see what I think is happening. So I don't know, maybe I have an advantage in that over a lot of people. We would have that advantage because we've trained with Cordell. But that seems to be working really well.
Right now you're using it just as a trial version, basically?
Well, that's just it. There doesn't seem to be a version per se. I think it's just a strategy. I've asked Tyler, I'm waiting for a response from him, but just to clarify, is there software that I'm supposed to upload for this, or is it simply just kind of a signals thing with a wedge strategy? So I haven't heard back from him, but I don't see any training about there being software called Trade Compass.
But you do get a notification, right? So it's not just
yeah, it's a Telegram. I can get the Telegram channel to you if you all want that, and you can play with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
But I like it. I like it a lot, and there are a lot of notifications. A lot of wedges happen every day with pairs. So yeah, I'm drawing my wedges, and I'm setting alerts on the wedges. So when it hits, then I just watch and wait for it to break and try to take some profit. I didn't necessarily, actually, I don't know if, yeah, most of my take profits, most of my wins did not reach my take profit. Not because they never got there. It's because I closed them sooner. I just took profit when I wanted to, or if I was getting ready to go to bed, I just went ahead and did it because I didn't want to worry about it all night long or whatever. But there are a lot of wedges.
Yeah, I think more I've been around Cordell and you guys, and just the more I understand trading in the zone, I mean, any technique and strategy can work if you know how the strategy works and if you have the mindset.
Right.
I mean, because I got my butt handed to me last week, and I had to reset, and I've taken a couple trades this week, but nothing major. I got in on that GN that we was on 7X meeting yesterday, and I ended up, profiting on. Well, I had one position and it come back down, but I got out while I was still in profit, and then it looked like it was going to go up again. So I got in a trade, and it was still going down. So then I layered in, and it went up, and so it worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get my mind back where it needs to be.
Yeah. Well, this has definitely helped my mindset. Winning always makes me feel better. I hate losing. So this combined with it's essentially what we've learned from Cordell in 7X is, trend lines and then waiting for the bounce, the retest of the trend lines, that kind of a thing. It's just playing the wedges. But knowing what kind of wedge it is makes a difference. That chart that Dan or somebody sent us at one time has helped a lot. If y'all don't have that, I can get it to you.
I think I had it at one time.
A picture of all the different wedge patterns.
I remember that. It was either Dan or Waylon. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Did you print it off and got it by your computer or something?
I did. Yeah, I printed it off and put it on my bulletin board above my computer.
Yeah. See, I just need to be smart like that.
You can just look up at it and go, oh yeah, this is an ascending triangle or a rising wedge or a falling wedge or a whatever. So anyway, those are a couple things I just wanted to kind of bring to everybody's attention. I didn't want to share it in the AI group because a lot of the people don't know Arnold or Eric or don't know anything about AI Global even. So I didn't want to cause any confusion, any questions or concerns, but you guys were in on the whole thing. So I just wanted to make you all known, make you all aware of what I've been made aware of. So anyway, that's it.
That was a beautiful presentation.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. Well, I'll sign off here. What's that?
I didn't know anything about I've seen the Trade Compass thing, but I didn't know anything about that. So I was kind of curious about.
Yeah, if I find out something more, I'll pass that along. But like I said, it just appears to be a way to trade the wedges, and wedges happen every day, all day long. So you get a ton of these notifications every day. So there are a lot of opportunities to take advantage of these wedges. And I've never even thought about that. Never looked into it. But now that I've looked at it, I go, oh, yeah, this seems to be working the vast majority of the time. So I think it's a great little.
Are they I suppose just all in all, just doing that for a while, you're going to be able to spot these wedges all the time now?
Oh, yeah. And I personally, I don't have a problem seeing the wedges. I just purposefully don't pay attention to them. I'm looking for channels. I'm not looking for wedges, but the wedges are a good opportunity to get some quick pips because, when there's the breakout, there's usually a fairly quick move, and it may only be for, 5 to 10 pips, but hey, that's all I've been doing anyway. So I can put a little bit higher lot size on it and keep my risk the same, with a small stop loss. Because
it just seems like it's just going to make you a better trader anyways. So
yeah, usually once it breaks the wedge, it doesn't come back through the wedge, but it does occasionally. But the vast majority of the time it doesn't. So your stop loss can be pretty tight, which then of course means your lot size can be pretty big, and so you can make quite a bit of money with just a little bit of a move. So anyway, we're down to less than a minute, so I'll just go ahead and close this out, and everybody can get back to business. I got somebody who just hopped on. Oh, Gary hopped on. Hey, Gary. Unfortunately, we were just about to sign off, so I guess you get to do the recording.
Actually, I've been on for about 10 minutes.
Oh, have you? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, whatever you missed, just grab the recording.
Yeah, there is no software.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. That's what I was wondering. So, cool.
See you.
All right, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk soon.
Later.
See ya.